Today, I'm going to be talking about psychological detachment and why it is necessary for your success.
Welcome to Success Reimagined. I am Dr. Amna Shabbir, your host on this journey to thrive at the intersection of ambition and wellness. In every episode, I'll help you challenge outdated definitions of success, discover practical tools and strategies for growth without compromising your well being. I am so glad you've joined me. Let's reimagine what's possible together.
Today, I want to talk about something I know many of us struggle with: psychological detachment. What even is psychological detachment? I was really surprised when I first heard this terminology, and also quite surprised that I had not heard of this for so long into my career. So, psychological detachment is the mental process of disconnected from work related thoughts during non work hours. I'll repeat it. It is the mental process of disconnecting from work related thoughts during non work hours. How many of us actually even do that? So today I want to talk about this further. If you're constantly thinking about work, reliving past decisions, worrying about your email inbox, or in case of clinicians, carrying home unfinished charts, you're not just adding stress, you're diminishing your ability to show up fully the next day. The research is clear. If you don't take time to disconnect, your performance, well-being, and even your long-term success suffer. Even though we know that it is for our own good that we step away, we take rest, and we completely disconnect, the culture around us and people around us do not see it that way. And I know that there are more of these conversations where we're trying to normalize rest. We're talking more about well-being, but then at the end of the day, we are the ones who have to take all of these conversations and apply them to ourselves. So how are you supposed to recover if you're bringing home work emails and alerts that are constantly going off on your screen? You're caught in that culture of replying instantly to emails, and everyone around you expects that, and you expect that of yourself. How about you're constantly checking your phone when you're even on vacation? For clinicians, again, bringing charts, pajama charting, and patient messages home with you, ruminating over clinical decisions for days, weeks, or sometimes even years. Stepping away is critical. It's not just about work-life balance, it's about work-life sustainability. I really don't even like the term work-life balance because it makes it sound something unreachable and undoable, which it is when you speak of it that way. But what about work-life sustainability? Without detachment, you're slowly draining your energy, your creativity, and your clarity. The science behind this is also very clear. Research shows that those who can completely disconnect from work experiences have a decreased level of psychological strain and exhaustion. They have a lower rate of depressive symptoms and less sleep problems. They have fewer health complaints. They have improved life satisfactions. So why are we still so resistant to actually take that into account and actually detach psychologically? One of my favorite quotes by Dr. Ben Hardy is, "If you are never fully unplugged, you're also never fully in the zone." And it really made me wonder what my performance would look like if I allowed myself to fully detach, to rest, and to return with renewed focus. I did challenge myself to do this in 2024. We went for summer vacation, we were traveling, and I gave myself the challenge to completely psychologically detach from work. That included stepping away from social media for that stretch of time. In the start, it was really challenging for me because we are all conditioned to go onto the home screen and we're going to do our circle, check on all our apps and the alerts and the notifications. But I had to hold myself accountable and practice what I preach. And slowly and gradually, this experience of not checking your alerts, of stepping away from work, not opening my email, it was so restorative. When I came back from vacation, I felt really and truly re-engaged with this renewed excitement. But I had never in my life before that did such a complete cleanse from social media and, of course, a complete cleanse from work. So this was really a very exciting and a new kind of experience for me. Here's another statistic that I would love to share with you. 42% of our time, that is roughly 10 out of every 24 hours, are needed for rest and recovery. That's not just sleep, but other stress-reducing activities like movement, conversation, proper nutrition. And this statistic comes from the book Burnout by Emily and Amelia Nagoski. And this is the exact quote, and I'll share with you. "We're not saying you should take 42% of your time to rest. We're saying if you don't take the 42% will take you. It will grab you by the face, shove you to the ground, put its foot on your chest, and declare itself the victor. That is such a powerful image. Letting that sink in for a second really made me ponder. And when they say 10 out of every 24 hours, again, it's not just sleep, it's time that you do healthy activities like movement, proper nutrition, talking to people that bring you joy. And so we are, in a way, forcing ourselves to burn out, forcing ourselves to glorify this exhaustion that we're just walking around perpetually with. And today I want to invite you to challenge that. What can you do starting right now to start psychologically detaching on a regular basis? I'll give you some strategies that you can apply. So there are 3 steps that you can try starting now. Number 1, look at your day, do a rest audit. Where can you add more time and just have that time built in where you can rest and recharge? That brings you closer to that 42%. The second step that you can take is add, after you've looked at your schedule, add daily pockets of detachment. Can you set aside even 30 minutes where you're intentionally unplugging from work and social media and all the screens and all the things and being completely present? And that's just 30 minutes. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. You can try and take out 30 minutes of intentional hard reset where you are not constantly thinking about work and doing work. And then lastly, step number 3 is a lot of us are planning for spring vacation, spring break, summer break, all of those fun plans are on the horizon. And even you might be taking a vacation right now. So I invite you to stop taking pretend vacations. That's step number 3. If you are taking time off this summer, fully detach. No emails, no work calls. Let your brain truly recover. Don't answer all the alerts. Psychological detachment is not a luxury, it's a success strategy. If you don't step away, you are risking burnout, but you're also, in addition to that, limiting your ability to show up at your highest level, at your highest performance level, at your highest relational level, even to people around you, because when you're going to burn out, you're not going to be a very pleasant person to be around. I invite you to intentionally make space for psychological detachment, rest, and recovery so you can come back sharper, more energized, and ready to do your best work. You might believe you don't have the time or energy to focus on yourself, but this is exactly the right time to get serious about your well-being. You don't have to do it all alone. I'm here to help. If you enjoyed this video and are ready to take the next step, head over to dramnashabir.com where you'll find free resources you can access right away. The website link is below. Let's get started on your path to thriving.